Now, high school me was thriving with that look, but we're gonna leave her in high school. It's fine. We're just gonna be all YouTubers and entering our YouTube era, which I was planning on doing anyway, so I was just ahead. I'm trying not to crash out. Someone goes, what is going on in America? That's a really great question. Like, actually kind of loving the side part, so if you guys also agree, please do tell me in the comments, or tell me if it's horrific. I'll never do it again. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing a full in-depth, beginner-friendly makeup tutorial where I will teach you how to beat your face. Makeup 101, every tip, every trick that I know. Grab a pen, grab some paper, and write down some notes if you're a beginner starting makeup. I am happy to share everything I've learned over the past 2 years with you guys. This is my audition to be your new favorite beauty, comfort, lifestyle YouTuber. Since TikTok literally just got banned a few minutes ago, filming this right now because I'm trying not to crash out. Seriously, so insane. Like, I can't wrap my head around. Like, I just keep going to click the app and then it's showing me, wow, my phone is so dirty. TikTok is banned. And I'm like, we all thought it was a joke because they do this to us every year, I feel like. The first and most important thing is skin prep. Your makeup will only look as good as your skin is prepped. This is the Road Glazing Milk. I like to go in with some sort of toner or moisturizer and really make sure my skin is nice and hydrated. Really hydrate your skin. Your makeup will lay flawless. Honestly, just bought the Road Glazing Milk because I didn't want to splurge $30 on another skincare product, especially when I get sent so many. And I'm so lucky that brands like send me stuff. Why would I go purchase something else, you know? But this is just one of those products that I fear I needed to try. And like, I don't really think I need to say much because my skin just looks already so good from just adding that. This is so ugly. This is so ugly. It's giving like, I don't even know what it's giving. It's just not giving. That's what it is. I'm like low-key crashing out right now. What the frick? TikTok's just gone. To some people it might not be a big deal, but like, I'm sorry, that's my lifeline. I had like the most harsh side part in high school and middle school. Everybody told me when I was doing modeling that side parts look better on me, so maybe I'll bring it back for this video just to do something different, because lately I've just been like not liking how I look. And that's not like fishing for compliments, it's just like something I go through pretty much like every seasonal depression. My CapCut is still working, question mark, but they better be free because I'm not paying a single dime. Okay, oh, brief intermission. I was responding to the group chat who's going absolutely feral because of this TikTok situation. Let's beat this face. Iconic London Underglow Blurring Primer Drops. This is another product that TikTok influenced me on. It was literally going viral and I was like, oh, I don't need it. It's just like a primer. I don't really like primers anyways. What's the big deal? But when I tell you, every time I went to Sephora, it was sold out. I was like, okay, something must be good about this product and I want to try it out. So I bought it with my own money, and safe to say, the TikTok girls were right about this one. Moisturizes my skin and blurs my skin, but it also is super dewy and glowy. I love that it blurs my pores because ain't nobody want to see that. I need to stay on track here, but I'm sorry, it just feels like the world is like kind of ending. Let's keep going. Rare Beauty Brow Gel, which I do really like this, but I've been using the Refi one to hold my brows more in place, and I like the applicator better, but the Rare Beauty one is also really good. I like to have like a feathered brow moment, so I'm just pushing them up with the gel. That's basically it for brows. Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation 110 Light Neutral. I think that this is like not my right shade. I'm mixing it in with the Road Glazing Milk. If you guys haven't seen Hailey Bieber's little hack, it mixes a couple drops with foundation. Just makes it such a creamy consistency. It's so much easier to blend on your face. I feel like I sound like a little bit depressed right now. I'm good. I'm just like a little bit run down, you could say. This is the Sigma F47 brush, and I'm just gonna start by stamping that into my skin. I like to work in sections. That way I can make sure that everything is all blended evenly, and I like to go in with a brush first just so that I get more full coverage. Such a beautiful foundation. Like, coverage is insane. Great for all skin types, and I know because I've been through like every phase of skin type I feel like out there. I've had dry skin, I've had oily skin, I've had combo skin, I've had acne skin, I've had everything in the past like year. This is the one thing in life I feel I know a lot about, and that's makeup. But now I'm just going in once it's a little bit blend it out with a brush, I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender, go ham, just blend. It's a very full coverage foundation, so typically I would wear this just for like a special occasion or if I really just want my makeup to look good. Like, it's one of those foundations that's super reliable. Now we're gonna bring some color back into this face because holy ghost, like, I look scary, don't recognize myself. I'm gonna take the Absolute New York contour stick. I like to take it right where the top of my ear starts, so right here in the hollows of my cheekbone, like so. Bronzer and contour are two different things. Contour is giving the shadows and carving out your face, and bronzer gives the warmth and sun-kissed look that we all want, as if we have just been on the beach for hours. I like to use a cool toned contour and then go in with a little bit of a warmer toned bronzer. I'm gonna also take the Say Dew Bronze in the shade Salt and just apply a couple dots because the Absolute New York one that I use, pretty light contour brush. You wanna use a brush that has some sort of like an angle to it. So this is the Basma Beauty brush. This is the ILY sculpting brush. So this one's literally made for contour. As you can see, it kind of just fits in the hollow of your cheeks like that. This one, I just like it because it's a little bit smaller. It's easier to control the product and where I'm gonna be placing it. When you blend it out, you wanna always blend everything upwards and just go in small tapping motions. You never want to smudge. You never want to drag your brush up and down your face. It's just going to be patchy. I like to go in little circles and then of course always just drag it up to the top of where your ear starts and into the hollows of your cheeks. And do you see how it creates the illusion that I have like cheekbones? Because I certainly don't. Like, I have cheekbones obviously, okay, everybody has cheekbones, but like mine are not prominent. You can't really see them. I have kind of a chubby cheek situation going on. Same thing on the other side. Drag from the top of my ear down into the hollows of my cheekbones. Say Dew Bronze, a few dots, the forehead, and then down my nose. A cooler toned contour just brings you cheekbones. It's just the most incredible thing. Makeup is so fun and crazy. We're gonna go in and we're gonna clean it up with some concealer. That's why I always go in with your concealer after your contour. Clean up all of the contour and really just like snatch my cheekbones. I place it underneath where we contoured. Right here, you wanna drag it all the way up like that because you wanna give the illusion that your face is lifted. We're gonna fake a facelift. I'm also taking a color corrector. You can skip this part if you'd like. But if you have dark circles or you just like a really bright under eye like I do, this has been a game changer in my makeup routine and in my under eye game. I just cannot live without this product. This is the Kosas Revealer Extra Bright in the shade Magic. It's for fair, pale undertone. All these TikTok sounds are like rolling in the back of my head now. Okay, so then I'm gonna cut here, and I probably wanna do a little more here anyway, and here, and here. These are all the places that I place my concealer. If anyone is taking a note or taking a photo, screenshot me. Now I'm gonna take a brush and I'm gonna start to blend out. I'm going to start with flicking the brush almost down because I don't want to bring it up too much into the contour. Just blending everything. Like I said, take your time, do not rush. There is no rushing and smudging, and all of the things will end up in a streaky nightmare. I mean, look how clean that already looks. A handy dandy sponge, and just make sure everything is blended. And don't worry if you lose a little bit of the contour because you can always go in with your brush. You don't need to add extra product. You can go in with your brush and just go over the places where you did contour if you lose a little bit of the product. What are these little like curly cues? I never really wear my hair curly, and I was trying to do this. Well, you know, I should have saved it, but it's too late because TikTok's gone. But I was watching this girl, I think her name is Bridget. She does like the outfits and stuff in New York, and I'm obsessed with her. Watching her video on how she curls her hair and does like loose waves. And it was a recent video, and I saw it and I go, oh my gosh, like I hate my hair curled, but I need to try this. So try to do it today, and safe to say, like, it doesn't look as good as hers. I'm just not used to my hair curled, you know? I feel like a new woman. I feel like a matured version of myself. Like, actually kind of loving the side part. So if you guys also agree, please do tell me in the comments, or tell me if it's horrific. I'll never do it again. One thing about me is I can be the most confident version of myself, but I fear I will always need another opinion. Just like one more opinion, just to make me feel like my decision was correct. And I think that's something maybe I need to go to therapy about, but that's for another day. I'm gonna take a smaller brush. This is the Mange concealer brush, and just give myself like a concealer beard. I learned this from another creator, Sydney Schaefer. I really hope I'm pronouncing her name right. You go all around your mouth with concealer. Why am I so low on energy today? This is crazy. I like, feel like you guys are gonna hate this video because I'm just talking about like the whole TikTok thing and like, but it's real time happening. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Anyways, I'm gonna blend in the color corrector with the concealer. Concealer is the last thing I blend out because I want the most full coverage. So when you let it get tacky, you'll get the most full coverage. This is the Hourglass concealer brush, and you can either use that one, you can use the concealer brush from Hourglass, you can use whatever you'd like, but truly this brush has changed the way I do my under eyes. I get a lot of compliments on how I have a smooth under eye. I never always have, like I always have had a pretty creasy under eyes, but brushes are like such a good investment. If you can invest in your brushes and your skin prep, you don't need all like new makeup. You can use drugstore makeup, you can use whatever you'd like. It's really the brushes and the skin prep that make the biggest difference. Close-up moment. No. I like to go in again with a beauty blender and just make sure there's no harsh lines, because once you do go in with your setting powder, you don't want to set into any of the creases or the harsh lines. You do not want to put cream products on top of powder. You want to do all your cream layers first, and then you want to go in with your powder. There are a few exceptions. There are a few products that have been made to go over top of powder, but for the most part, you don't want to use your powder products and then use your cream. It'll make your makeup separate, and just, it's everybody's literal worst nightmare. This is the Armani cheek tint in the shade 53. It's the most beautiful baby pink shade. I'm obsessed with it. Go in with a good amount, and I just like to do it in layers because you can always add more product, but you can never take away. So I forgot to mention the concealer I used was the Lancome Tinte Idole, butchering that so bad, I know, concealer in the shade 095. My all-time favorite concealer. It's full coverage. It's so good. I also like to make sure I put an eye cream on before I do my concealer, especially if you're using a concealer that leans maybe like a little more dry. You want to make sure that your under eyes are prepped so you don't run into that creasy cakiness underneath your eyes. I don't want to place anything on the apples of my cheeks too much because it'll give the droopy face. Like, I don't want that high up so that my face is giving snatched and not like. Before powder, I'm gonna go in with the setting spray from Makeup Forever. This is the 24-hour Mist and Fix. Do you guys think that setting spray actually works? Sometimes I think maybe it doesn't. I guess we'll never know. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake in the shade Cherry Blossom. You always want to make sure that your setting spray has dried down before you go in and set your powder, because if it's wet, that's just like a recipe for disaster. Powder puff, I highly recommend purchasing some of these. They're really cheap. You can get them off Amazon. You can get them pretty much anywhere. But these are really, really great for powdering your face. So I'm just gonna go in and then always tap the excess on the back of your hand, because guess what? All of this cakiness was gonna be on your face. It's so important to tap all the excess off because you can always, always, always add more. And then I'm just going in small motions and going to place this powder a little bit into my blush, honestly, so that it all diffuses together because I don't want any harsh lines. Everywhere that we put our concealer, anywhere you get oily, I like this powder because it's a setting powder, but it's also like can be used as like pressed powder. The most important and my favorite step is cutting the jawline. And I'm gonna let this set. I'm gonna take a break and scroll on Instagram for a minute because I'm just like unwell. Someone goes, what is going on in America? That's a really great question. Like, everyone's just gonna be like a YouTuber now. I'm like, If you're anything like me and you don't like to do crazy eyeshadow, you're not good at eyeshadow, this tutorial is specifically for you because I'm horrible at eyeshadow. I'm gonna just wipe this away now. I think that there's no point in having this sit any longer. This is the NARS Laguna bronzer, my fluffy brush, and you wanna just follow the natural shape of your eyelid and into your, I don't know what this bone is called, but this, your like eye, it's not the right term, but you guys get it. I didn't take anatomy, I don't really know. It's like a really great hack I learned on TikTok, oh my god. It's fine, we're just gonna be all YouTubers and entering our YouTube era, which I was planning on doing anyways, so I was just ahead of this whole TikTok ban. I'm just gonna swipe this back and forth in my crease and dragging it out, just create the most gorgeous like shadow, and it gives like the perfect amount of color. It makes it look like you tried so hard, but really you didn't. I'm gonna curl my lashes. I'm not gonna put any mascara on. This is like my 4th time doing my makeup today, and I don't want to damage my lashes any more than they already have been. On a normal day, I would just add mascara. If you want more of a natural makeup look, you should use a brown mascara, and if you want more full glam, or you just, honestly, if you prefer a black mascara, then use a black one, but brown is more natural looking, so I use that on days where I want to look more natural. But I'm just taking the same Laguna bronzer, bronze up the face, and I'm just going to go in little circular motions, again, sweeping upwards. But do you see how that just gave like the warmth back to my face? Lightly feathering it. You don't want to like that all over your face because then you're going to look really muddy. You know, high school me was thriving with that look, but we're going to leave her in high school where she belongs. Bronzing up the forehead. Again, just lightly going over everything that we already contoured. I go in with powder blush. This one's the one that I broke in my other video, so if you're a real one, you should watch it, but this is the shade Just Enough, and it's like obviously broke. Oh, shut up. Maybe I shouldn't have even picked this up. Why did I do that to myself? I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go everywhere we placed the other blush. Oh my god, this is so pretty. This is the formula. There's just nothing quite like it. My Shayla. I can't stop saying that. That was like one of the last things I saw before TikTok like shut off. Just having a moment today. Like the brain is just like not braining. Kosas Cloud Set in the shade Candy. Another powder puff. Under the eyes. If you don't like a super bright under eye, then you can use just like a regular powder. I love a bright under eye. That is like one thing I have really discovered about myself. It's flattering on me and I just love her. So we're gonna keep doing what looks good, you know? I'm placing this underneath my eyes, and this is gonna really just ensure that our eyes are so bright. And just see how much that just diffused my entire under eye. Like, this powder is magic. Not to mention, it's acne safe. Last and final step is lips. I'm taking the lip liner from Espresso, and it's in the shade Cafe Latte. It's like a beautiful nude shade. Cute Huda Beauty mirror that they gave us. Current favorite gloss. This is the Huda Beauty one, and it's in the shade Ooh Baby. It's from her new collection. So good with like every single lip liner. So glossy and not sticky. My fake freckles on the nose. Always draw fake freckles on, and I wish that I had real ones, okay? Here's the final makeup look. Up close at the skin. Absolutely easy tutorial for beginners. Let me know if this was helpful for you guys, and if you'd want to see more videos like this, I'd be happy to make them. Or if you'd like to see more lifestyle content, I'll do a mix of both, of course, but would love to hear your input. And stay tuned for my next video. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys so much. Cannot believe the immense amount of love and support I've got since I started my YouTube channel. This has literally been my dream since I was like 12. So I love you guys, and there is no me without you. I will see you in my next YouTube video. Love you.